Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has started to move out of our support area in yellow, the trend reversal area. Bullish sentiment is coming back, and that's essentially what we want from these support areas, that we see a reaction. And just a quick explanation, the idea is that in the white scenario, which is the accelerated bullish scenario, we formed since the November lows 22 a combined 1-2-1-2 setup. This year was a third wave rally into the January highs. I think I need to introduce another layer of 3-4 patterns. So all of this would shift one set higher, but that wouldn't make a difference in the short term. So I'll leave it as it is for now. But anyway, the idea would be that this year could be a fourth wave, and that somewhere in this region we should see a sufficient reaction in an impulse that will drive the price higher in a fifth wave of a third wave. Then we should still get another fourth, and so on. This year should take us to 55 to 60k next in a fifth wave of a larger third wave. That's sort of what I'm watching primarily, as long as the 35k threshold is holding. So that's what I'm watching. At the moment, we've seen a first initial reaction to the support area. Of course, it's too small to really confirm a low is in, but we have seen overnight the first 5-wave pattern to the upside. As I said to you, this is the first pattern really we need to see here to identify, to really suggest that a low could be in. So yeah, low could be in. It will as always be further confirmed if we get a first deeper pullback. But for now, we can watch for the potential rally in a fifth wave. However, most coins have only formed 3 waves off the low. Bitcoin is the only one that has formed a potential 5-wave move to the upside. I give it the benefit of the doubt at the moment, but we're going to take a look at that on the smaller time frame anyway. Now, what happens if we break below 35k? Well, it seems distant right now, doesn't it? So breaking below 35k will open the door for a deeper B-wave pullback, which would also be bullish. Yeah, remember that before halvings, okay, there has been a deep pullback, but there's never been another bear market low just before the halving. So, yep, I could see potential deep pullback. I'd like it personally, but I will not confirm it with a break without a break below 35k. So everything at the moment is okay. Okay, we are still following the white scenario. What we need to consider that even in the white case or white scenario, before we go to the 1-hour chart, of course, the market could do this, right? This could just be an A wave. It's now forming a B wave. B waves can be very aggressive. That's a risk we always deal with in a fourth wave. And then we could still get a C wave down. But still, if it is a fourth wave, yeah, then this would not really impact the scenario. It would simply delay the start of the fifth wave. Now, technically speaking, if it becomes evident that this here is forming a B wave, then any purchases that were made in the yellow support zone could offer some nice profits even in a B-wave rally. Yeah, opportunistic profit taking, I call that. And then the C-wave down can offer another basically entry opportunity. Okay, so that's all good. That's all okay. We see that reaction. The price dipped into the middle of the support zone, and we see an initial reaction. Now let's go to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, the 2 main scenarios I'm tracking right now basically are, maybe I should change that to white now. I've now labeled it tentatively as complete this fourth wave, but I don't want to have 3 colors here. So I call that white now. Okay, and then we've got 3 waves down into the Tuesday lows, and now a potential 5-wave move to the upside. We're going to measure everything with Fibs, so I explain that again to you, but we have a potential 5-wave move up. It could, of course, still be the blue X wave or larger corrective wave. That is absolutely easily possible, okay? Because it could, for example, be that this here is a larger A wave, we're forming a pullback in a B wave, and then rally higher in a C wave. That's still possible. But still, I said to you, after we have 5 waves up, I will add a support area for the upcoming pullback, like I did here on Friday, which worked out nicely. For any short-term trades, if anybody wants to do that, and then you could still at least trade the C wave higher in this X wave. Or maybe it's already the larger third wave of an even larger 5-wave move. Now, see, until we get these 5 waves, you know, it could be a WXY here, all of this. what I just showed you on the larger time frame, could still break down again. Yeah, but it's not about, we don't know that at this stage. Okay, so it's not about crystal balling here. It's about where's reward and risk positive or favorable, and that, as always, is the case in the colored boxes. So any purchases here would now be in profit. Yeah, as I always say, focus on the levels. They are really what matters here. Okay, so let's take a look at the 30-minute chart then. As I said, we wanted to see 3 waves to minimally the 1.236 extension, but that's really the absolute minimum. And yeah, that was reached. It didn't quite reach the 1.38 extension in the 3rd wave. So that's the only thing that I don't like about this pattern, that it did not quite reach the 1.38, but I give it the benefit of the doubt. So what I cannot rule out, and I have to say that, I cannot rule out that this is the top of the 3rd. That's what many altcoins are doing, okay? So I can only say, if we were looking at a 5-wave move in detail, I could say, okay, this is maybe an alternative. I have to mention that. Yeah, but anyway, I would give it the benefit of the doubt, would say, okay, we've got 5 waves now. It reached that 1.618 extension level absolutely perfectly at 42,830. Okay, absolutely perfectly. That's the level I highlighted to you yesterday that needs to be reached in the 5th wave. So it's really playing nicely with the Fibonacci levels in this region. So I explained to you, if we see 5 waves, I'm going to add a support area to the chart for a pullback. This one here for the wave 4 worked out well. Now, what is the pullback area for the next, if we get a deep pullback? Now that we have 5 waves to the upside, and again, maybe it stretches a little further, but a pullback would now be expected to, if it is going higher afterwards, we should see a pullback hold above 39,406. So that means whatever it's doing right now, if it gets a break below that level, it's likely gonna break. So what we could say is possibly this here is a wave 1, and possibly this here is a wave 2, or it could also be a B wave. Let me see if I can actually. B wave. Yeah, of a larger corrective pattern. So I will label it like that. This is a 1 or an A wave. Does it make a difference in the short term? It doesn't. Where's the, sorry, I've got the wrong keyboard here. So, not 1, 2, what I'm doing. Need more caffeine on a day like that. Okay, A. So that's sort of what I go with now, yeah. Because we have 5 waves up. Now, obviously, needless to say, if we break below 39,406, that would not be good. And I also have to say, if this initial move here doesn't get a pullback soon, I mean, it doesn't need one now, but if it just stretches, goes into the red resistance zone, then it might be that this wave B already bottomed here. And we have 3 waves in A, but it would be extremely shallow, that B wave. Then a small B wave, and we are moving up directly, then it will turn into a 3-wave move. So it needs, on the smaller time frame like that, it needs constant evaluation. That's what we've got that's why we've got our gold membership, because these are signals, updates then for basically the smallest time frames, in addition to the videos. If you're interested in that, check it out. Also, we offer some of these, a small selection, on Twitter as well, on the X network. So you might want to follow us there as well. You find the link in the description. But yeah, that's sort of what I go with. Obviously, the risk of a larger corrective rally isn't gone. But it's good that Bitcoin is adhering very well to the already mentioned Fibonacci requirements that I highlighted yesterday and the day before. We had over the weekend the wave 4 and possibly the wave 5. That's sort of what I'm watching. So yeah, I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.